That's right, I'm doing this in a batch recording. So, today is Wednesday, and we're going to discuss mindfulness in communication. This is a really important one for relationships, basically anything. And this being more mindful in your communication helps you build deeper connections with the person you're talking to. It reduces conflicts and makes communication more clear, so you less chance for misunderstanding. And it's you can be more empathetic or empathic, depending on which one you are or want to be. But this means, like, being mindful in your communication means being fully present in your conversations, whether you're listening or speaking. You want to be paying attention to the person in front of you without judgment or distraction, and being aware of the impact your words have, as well as your actions. Excuse me. Ooh. So next time you're talking with someone, especially like a friend or even your boss or whoever, next time you're talking to somebody, excuse me, you'll notice, if you pay attention, you'll notice what you're thinking about when you're talking to somebody generally is what you want to say next, or like what you have to say about what they're saying, instead of actually just listening. And this is something that I kind of struggle with, to be honest, like, because I want to jump in, I have a conversation, I have a comment to make, I want to do this, I want to say that, and I find myself like, okay, I mean, I do it often enough that I'm like, all right, let's be mindful here, let's really listen to what this person's saying. And I can, but there is still that part of me in the back of my head that's like, I want to say something. So it's something definitely that I'm very much working on, active listening. The problem is I'm way too interested, and we all are very interested in ourselves and less interested in other people. And that's just, well, it's my type of personality, unfortunately. But other people aren't like that. But anyway, the point is, everyone can be more mindful and participate in what we would call active listening, which is just actively listening. We've got one mouth and two ears for a reason, right? What was that? I don't remember that saying exactly. Is it a quote or who said it? But it's a good thought. So when you are speaking to the next person, right? So you're not only listening, though. It's not just about listening to the words that are coming out of their mouth. You want to be noticing their body language, noticing their tone, noticing their energy, and when you do that without thinking about what you want to say or interrupting the person or thinking about, dinner, you're engaged completely with what the person's saying. And if you can do it without judgment, the way we have been working on not judging ourselves, you can listen to someone else and just hear them, rather than listen and think about what your opinion is of what they have to say, which is hard. I'm very opinionated. But it's worth doing because you're a better person for it, and just, I don't know, just live a better life. You'll be happier for it. Yeah. And the other thing too is that when you really listen to people and you validate what they have to say, like if they say something and you kind of repeat it back to them to make sure that you understand, that's a good listening exercise. They feel heard and seen, and that will make them feel better, feel good, feel, like someone actually cares. And then also it makes it much more likely they're going to listen to you. So either way, it's a win-win situation. And when you're talking to somebody, when it's time for your turn to talk, you want to make sure that you're mindful as well, right? You want to be thinking about your words before you say them, because a lot of times when we don't think about our words before we say them, maybe they don't come out as kind as we would like them to. And also paying attention to our truthfulness. I'm honest to a fault. Like, I can't lie, but I know that it's hard for other people sometimes not to, depending on whatever the communication is. It maybe not even lie, but sorry, there's a bunny over there. Squirrel. Actually, bunny. But I think a lot of people, especially when they're getting into like a debate and sort of have a heated feeling, will say something that they're not exactly sure is true, but they feel like it is. And that's something to avoid doing. You know, and I think just asking yourself, is this kind? Is this the right thing to be doing, the right thing to be saying in this moment? That helps with your communication and understanding other people and other people understanding you. So yeah, you want to choose your words with intention when it is your turn to speak, but you want to listen more than you speak. So that is today's little tidbit about mindfulness and communication. And I just want to remind you guys, even if you're like, oh, I just totally missed what that person said because I was sitting here thinking about what I wanted to say, and now I forget what I want to say. You can always choose to have a grateful day.